today I'm going to be working on making some pumpkins. They shouldn't take too long. I should be able to get at least 2 of them done today. But this is the start of one of them. So I'm making some a Halloween colored one, because I have this really cool Halloween colored yarn. It's like purple, black, gray, and yellow. And then I have this really cool Halloween theme colored black, orange, and gray coloring. But I'm also going to make one that's just a solid orange. And this one is going to be our giveaway for October. So the solid orange pumpkin will be our giveaway item for October. So let's go ahead and not waste any more time. Streamers is up, ready to go. Go ahead and place your units, but let's go ahead and jump on in to some crocheting. I'm gonna use that as my little my little intro for YouTube. That's just what's gonna happen. Oh no! I already have a knot. Heck. The best content is the content that you don't expect. Exclamation point pattern if you would like to see the free pattern available. It's a very simple pattern, but it just takes, basically you can use any type of yarn. I am just using a fully acrylic yarn. You can use cotton, you can use bulky. I'm using a 4mm, I'm using a G hook. So if you would like it, thank you for opening up YouTube as well. Thank you, Lightning, for putting that link in chat. Did you guys do anything exciting over the week? I'm so sorry that I had to cancel stream on Wednesday from being sick. And then I was already pre-planning to cancel stream Friday and Saturday because of my orchestra concert. I had a dress rehearsal and then my concert. So I have been gone for the last week from you guys. I hope you have been doing really well, and thank you for coming back, not forgetting about me. I am feeling 5 million times better than I was last week. I am not 100% better, but I am definitely way better than I was. Definitely way better than I was. And like I said, I am wearing my mask again. I don't know if there's a correlation between wearing my mask and feeling better, but I am wearing my mask more. So I'm attributing a little bit of my quicker healing to wearing my mask. I've only gotten a few questions from students about why I'm wearing my mask again. I just explained to them that I was sick, and then they move on. They don't have any more questions about it. They're like, oh, okay. Oh, also, I forgot. I found this cool thing. You know how we've been talking about like a yarn ring for me to help ease the tension on the top of my finger? Well, I found this little tool at Hobby Lobby over the weekend, and it is a yarn holder. So you put the yarn in here, and bam, it holds the yarn off of your skin, and you can change the placement of where you want it to be. If you want it all the way in the back, it depends on what your placement is. Thank you guys for that level 3 hype train. 52% of the way there. 9 gifted subs. Y'all are so sweet. Super appreciate it. But this thing has been really cool. I still have to remind myself to use it. I keep forgetting to use it consistently, but I have been using it when I remember, and it doesn't cause me any grief to use. I still have to get used to it. It changes my tension just slightly. But yeah, no yarn burn. That's the big thing. And you know how much this was? You know how much this cost me? $1.50. This thing was not even $2. This little piece of plastic that is saving my skin was not even $2. I'm like, how did this exist? It's meant for knitters, apparently. I guess knitters need to have their yarn placement, so I don't know. It was originally meant for people who knit. And I'm over here just like, I don't knit, but I do use yarn. So why not? Okay. I I need to get a stitch marker because I took all of my stitch markers downstairs like the goober that I am. Yep. That sounds like me. Someone be splurging, I know, right? Sometimes I do treat myself to nice things.
I can't reach it. Come here. Gimme. I got it.
Don't worry, I got it. Phew! Make sure you guys are actually prepared when you are trying to crochet, because I am clearly not prepared. Even though I was a Girl Scout, I have subsequently forgotten to be prepared. PK, how are you sleeping? Is everything going okay? Hey, I caught the full pics. Let's go. Sorry you didn't catch it. I do have this lingering cough, and I still have the sniffles, but that's very typical allergies, and that's pretty much the only reason I'm not 100% feeling better. But I can breathe again, which is important. I know. Crazy thoughts that you need to breathe in order to survive. And then I can sing again. I can hear myself. My throat is not dying. So overall, I feel like things are 1,000% on the mend. You're doing okay, struggling with being around, with people being around you. Yeah. Do they give you the option to put like a do not disturb sign on your door if you just want a couple of hours of peace by chance? I don't know if your case will allow that or not. I know they need to come check on your labs and vitals and all that kind of stuff, so I wasn't sure if they could technically give you any of that space. Hi, Grayson! Grayson is doing better. He hurt his paw yesterday while we were on a walk and was limping around all yesterday, all last night, and was walking kind of slow this morning when we went out. But he seems to be doing a-okay and is just fine now, so I'm hoping that is a good sign. I don't want my household to be full of goobers being hurt and sick all the time. I did decorate my house, the inside at least, for Halloween. So I am very excited about that. I will do the exterior decorations later this week. I have a staff development day on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to be at a music festival. So again, no streams Friday or Saturday because I'm going to be at a music festival. But I will be back on Wednesday. I don't know if you can hear them, but they are going bonkers in the hallway. I'm not sure what they are tug-of-warring. They are playing with something. Your case doesn't allow it. You get checked on every 4 hours, and that's even through the night. I gotcha. I wonder if they would be willing to give you, like, during the 4-hour time, if you could put a sign on the door that says, I was just checked at 10 a.m., please let me have the next 2 hours, just so you can just be by yourself or something. I don't know. Like, you would think that would be a nice accommodation, because it gets overwhelming when you have people checking in on you all the time and not giving you any privacy. That is a really tough thing about being in the hospital, is that lack of privacy and that lack of control. Were you able to get some pictures of Kerrigan to decorate your room some? It's gonna be a blast, Steffi Ann. I go basically every year. The girl that I go with, it used to be a client of mine, but I am no longer her music therapist, and we are just friends. And she needs a physical attendant to help her navigate the park and deal with all the ADA accommodations and all of that kind of stuff. So I get to be an attendant to help her out throughout the weekends. So she invites me every year. I don't expect it, but she does send me the invite and say, hey, are you wanting to come back next year? And she's been inviting me back since 2019. So I think she likes me a little bit. So I go basically to see whatever bands and musicians and artists she wants to see. So on Friday, I believe she wants to go see Dasha and Foster the People and Blink-182. So those are her choices for Friday. I'm not sure who she wants to see on Saturday and Sunday yet. Oops, I need to change the... You got some pictures of her, good. A friend of yours is doing a drawing? Aww. Yeah, she's been so sweet. Her dad is a really fancy lawyer, and he gets the tickets for free, as his company works with the music industry that's putting on the festival. So he's a big wig. He's a big shot guy, so it's not a big deal to him. But he trusts me enough to let me be in charge. But it's really fun. I have a blast. The weather is going to be really hot, unfortunately. We are currently experiencing another heat wave, so that part's going to be really blah. But because we have fancy tickets, we've got kind of like VIP wristbands. We get to have air-conditioned bathrooms. We get to have unlimited drinks, both of the water and the Red Bull soda and alcoholic beverages. We get unlimited whatever we want to drink. And we get a nice shaded area to go hang out in between sets. So if she doesn't end up having multiple back-to-back bands that she wants to go see, then we can go hang out in the air-conditioned bathrooms and not have to deal with the big massive line of porta potty people. Because if anybody has ever been to a music festival and had to experience the porta potties, after the first day, they are rank. Hey, Aloha, welcome in. Yeah, I've never seen Blink-182. One of my best friend's sister is obsessed with Blink-182, so she just went to go see them in their tour. So it's gonna be kind of fun that I get to also say I saw them this year too. Fancy indeed. One of the big perks. You remain one of the coolest, nicest people. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I just go and be her friend because really she is a really cool person. She lives alone. She does have cerebral palsy. I'm not going to dox her or anything, but I mean, she has cerebral palsy, so she has a physical disability that requires assistance. She uses a walker to navigate. So I have no problem being the kind of person that will push people out of the way and be like, handicap, move, move, move it. Are we close to the stage? Depending on the stage, yes. So the ADA seating for the big stages is not directly in front of the stage, but it is far enough back to where we can see the entire stage, and they have big screens that project the artist on them anyway, but you can actually sit versus having to stand in the big massive mosh pit of people. On the smaller stages, their ADA accommodations are, if they have them, they are a lot closer to the stage, if not directly in front of the stage. So there's actually one of the small stages. So say here is where the artist is singing, and here are where the normal people go. Here's the edge of the stage, right? That's where the ADA accommodations is. It's like literally we can see up their nose. That's how close the ADA accommodation is for the smaller stages. Which is great, but also very loud. Very loud. But yeah, I have no problems pushing people out of the way and being, as you guys know, I am extremely loud when I speak. I can raise my voice, especially when I need to, and I have a headstrong personality. If I have a place I need to go, I'm going to beeline it, and if I have somebody with a disability with me, they need to part the sea. Because there are a ton of drunk and high people that attend music festivals, and just ignorant people in general. People who their head's just in the clouds. They aren't looking around in their surroundings. They don't acknowledge and recognize that there are people around them that have a disability or have other needs. And they need that maybe more abrasive, instead of kind and friendly, reminder that they need to move. And I am that person for her. She does not have the loudness or presence about her to advocate for herself that way, and I have no qualms to do so. It actually gives me an excuse to finally get to be a little bit rude to people. I don't get to be rude to people very often, and so this is one of those times where I get to actively be rude to people, and it's okay, it's for a purpose. Kra, are you someone who has ever gone to music festivals? Are you like a music festival concert goer by chance? I know some of the other people that are performing this weekend are Chris Stapleton, who I guess is apparently like a country singer. And then there's Chapel Roan, who is going to be here this weekend. There's a ton of people. You guys can look it up. It's called Austin City Limits. You can look up the list of who all is performing. I have no idea who I'm going to go see. Literally, just I'm driving to her house, picking her up. We are parking in the ADA accessible parking since she has a handicap placard. And then I am just following her around wherever she goes and just keeping her safe. She ends up exposing me to a ton of different styles of music. She loves rap artists and tends to choose musicians and artists that I have never heard of before. So she introduced me to Gayle. She introduced me to Megan Thee Stallion. She introduced me to Cardi B. Yes, I've heard the names of these people before, but I don't actively listen to any of these people's music. There have been a ton of rap artists that she has introduced me to. I have not proceeded to listen to their music since because I don't like rap music, but I'm glad that she is happy because you can just, whenever we're there together, she is just bopping in her chair and she's over here doing all the fist bump and raising the roof, and she is just rocking it, having a great time. It is so good. You love going to concert, but with your kids and the fact that you live nowhere near, it's tough at times. Yeah. Last concert you went to was Seu Jorge, a Brazilian artist who is most well known for doing Portuguese acoustic covers of David Bowie. Oh, interesting. Interesting. That's really cool, though. I would share a picture of her, but I don't have her permission to do so. I'm sure she would be okay with it, but I don't want to assume that and then her feel insulted that I shared a photo of us together from the last concert without her permission. There is a Pokemon in chat if anybody wants to catch that. Just as a reminder, this is the pumpkin that we will be doing as our giveaway for October. So if you really like the way this pumpkin turns out and you would like to enter to win, save your channel points until Wednesday's stream. Today's giveaway is going to be for our pickle. If you liked our little Pickle Rick or Pete the Pickle or whatever you want to call him, that is the giveaway item that I'll be doing tonight. You get out to comedy shows and plays often, like you saw Reduced Shakespeare Company next spring. You're going to see Taylor Tomlinson. Very cool. I love comedy shows. I don't get to see them nearly as much as I would love to, though. I definitely like to see them on and magic shows and plays and stuff like that whenever I'm on cruise ships. I love to go to the comedy sketches. We have 4 minutes for our Stream Raiders battle, by the way. And I think that we might be getting kind of semi-close. I chose this more burnt orange of a yarn color. It actually has like a little bit of a texture to it as well versus the smooth acrylic that I usually work on. Because when I bought this yarn, I didn't realize the texture of the weave inside of the yarn itself was going to be so noticeable in my projects, and I just don't have enough projects that use this massive skein. Like you can see the texture of the yarn, you can see how beautiful it's woven together, but this thing is massive, and I have not had a reason to use this yarn very much. So I'm glad that I'm getting to use it now for this project to work on some pumpkins. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're on row 14 of 16. Welcome back from ads, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your break away. Hopefully you were able to stand up, stretch, hydrate, get away for a couple of minutes. If you do not like ads and you missed out on the last 3 minutes of conversation, you can always choose to subscribe. Today is the last day of September. So if you would like to get up to 25% off your sub and discounts on gifted subs, plus Twitch is adding some extra gifted subs on top, then you can avoid having to see ads for the next month. It equals out to about $5 a month, unless you do a multi-month in advance. So if you think $5 is worth the content and the emotes and the ad-free viewing, I would love it and would love that support. We are currently at 9 gifted subs today. I would love if we could hit 20 gifted subs today. And that is including the gifted subs from Twitch. Both doggies are up there. They are. Aren't they so cute? I would love if we could hit that 20 sub mark today. Here's row 15. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. I was stuck for a second there. So I bet we'll finish this before the Stream Raiders battle. We'll finish the repetitions at least. Like I said, this project is very simple. If you know how to work in the round and you can do the simple single crochet as well as increases and decreases, then this is a very beginner-friendly amigurumi project. I have not done the rest of the project yet, so I haven't done the stem or the leaf to know what techniques are in those. I haven't looked ahead in the pattern. But they should also be just as simple as going in the round. Steffi Ann, do you have any big plans this week? Anything exciting coming up in your life now that October is on its way? Hey, very welcome in. I am doing wonderful. I am very excited for October. I'm excited for our St. Jude campaign. I'm excited for Halloween. I do hope to add some movie nights in throughout the month of October, so be on alert for that. Make sure you have selected the role for movie nights in Discord so you can be tagged for that. But the new Inside Out 2 is now streaming on Disney Plus, so I would love to share that with our community and do a movie night of Inside Out 2. There are some different scary movies that, obviously, I love scary movies, and with Halloween coming up, I would love to do some scary movies with you guys. I'm thinking of streaming some of the original scary movies, like the original Nightmare on Elm Street, the original Halloween, the original Friday the 13th. Just to get us in the mood for Halloween, you know? Alright, we're almost there. We've got 4 more stitches, and then we're going to count to be sure I'm on the correct row. Alright. We got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Perfect. Alright, so now we start doing the decreases of our pumpkin. 3, 4, 5, and 6. So one of the reasons I don't like working with this yarn that I purchased with the texture is it ends up splitting apart really easily. So sometimes my hook gets caught in the yarn and it splits the yarn. So that part, it makes it a little more challenging to work with, but it's not anything crazy. Yep. Again, if you would like a copy of this pattern, it is free. Exclamation point pattern. I'll also put it in the description in the video below. And since I was out sick last week, my videos on YouTube have been a little less consistent. I am sorry about that. But I will make sure to edit videos and get them uploaded on a more consistent routine schedule once I get back into having multiple streams per week and not just being down to only one, you know? It's hard when you're down to only one stream per week, like, but you want to upload videos twice a week. It mathematically doesn't work out. Alright. So remember, I am not keeping track of your giveaway entries, but Twitch is keeping track for me. So I will be calculating and entering all of those into lock tools either at the very end of stream or after stream today. Okay, sorry, I had to sneeze. I knew I felt a third one. I felt a third one. We're good. We're good. Whew! Thank you, Mother Bear. Look at how cute both of the babies are. They're just people watching. They're having a great old time. Okay. So we just keep on decreasing all the way until the hole gets closed up. Obviously, we'll add some stuffing in a little bit. You can do this out of any color combination. That's the beautiful thing about crocheting and being an artist in general, is you can make things for whatever your aesthetic is. So if you don't like the color orange, I personally don't like the color orange, you can make a pink pumpkin, or maybe a black and white pumpkin, or if you want to do like a rainbow colored pumpkin. They also have glow-in-the-dark yarn. I have not tried any of it. I have seen some artists that have used it, and it looks super dope. Really, really cool. So I think making a pumpkin that would be glow-in-the-dark would be really cool. That'd be kind of sick, actually. They're so cute. They're gonna be really cute. This is what it looks like so far without the stem. So you just use some extra yarn to make the pumpkin humps. So it's really cute. I think it's very adorable. I just need to make the stem for this one. I'm thinking of making it into a black stem. I think would look really cool for this one. So I'm gonna make that one have a black stem. But this pumpkin is just gonna be a very normal pumpkin. I'm not gonna make it go super crazy.
Who's that Pokemon?
7, 8, 9. There is a Pokemon in chat. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Last repetition here, and then we're going to start stuffing. Alright. Wait a second. I feel like I'm off by a stitch. Hold on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I am off by one stitch, so we're just going to add an extra decrease here, because that's how you fix problems when you're a crochet artist. You're just like, wait a second, I have one too many stitches. That's easy enough to fix. As long as you're not making clothing or wearables or anything like that that has to be exactly the same on both sides. That's one of the things I enjoy about doing amigurumi. Help. Get your fiber fill. Crab Roller was caught by Mother Bear. Congrats on your catch. Alright. I've also given myself quite a bit of Final Fantasy time this last week, especially when I was out sick on Tuesday. I spent a lot of time playing Final Fantasy and resting and being hydrated, but I was able to catch up on the game quite a bit. I have to finish the game no matter what. I have to finish it by February 14th, because on the 15th, our friend Grimmy and I are going to see Distant Worlds perform Final Fantasy VII Rebirth music. And obviously I need to have finished the game in order to go to that, because there will be spoilers. They do show scenes from the video game, and I don't want there to be scenes that I have not gotten to experience yet that's going to ruin the game for myself. Alright, now we're down to the last 2 rows of decreases here. We'll need to add some more stuffing in a second. 1, 2. 3, 4. Now no. This looks funny right now. It's going to look more like a pumpkin in a little bit. Give it a second. Let it take its chance, okay? Give it some time. It has to be molded into the correct shape. Yep. $10, $11. Oh, nope. Catch. Thank you. 11 and 12. Let's go ahead and remove this guy. So I can't grab the yarn. Here we go. So all I have to do is just these last 6 decreases, and the base of the pumpkin is done, but I need to still add more fiber fill. Oh no. See, there it goes right there, where the yarn got caught by the hook and started to peel apart. We caught it before anything detrimental happened. 3, 4. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the fiber fill while the space is still large enough to squeeze this into. Alright. No worries, Steffi Ann. That was a very delayed response on my end for reading chat. My apologies. When you're focused on doing something, sometimes I don't get the opportunity to read chat consistently. If I ever miss a message that you have sent and you feel like it's important, you can always use the highlight my message channel point redemption over on Twitch, or you can just copy and paste, post it again. There are plenty of times where I just miss out on a chat message for a plethora of reasons. It could be a ton of things were happening in the video game that we were playing, or I was hyper-focused on my crochet project, or maybe there was 5 million messages sent in chat all at the same time and it got lost. Like when we get raids, sometimes there are so many raid messages and raid commands coming through that I miss messages sent by our typical chatters. Okay, let's go ahead and remove our yarn guide. Thank you for the epic unit on the battlefield. I heard that little ding-a-ling. 5 and 6. Okay. So now we have to fasten off. But when you're fastening off, you need to leave an extremely long tail, way longer than you would think you need it to be. Because we're going to use that to help us create the shaping of our pumpkin. Create the shaping of said pumpkin. Add a little bit more stuffing here at the bottom. The pumpkin is getting a little bit misshapen, so make sure you use your hands, palm out the shape that you want your fiber fill to be in so it doesn't clump or anything like that. Granted, pumpkins are never a perfectly round shape as much as you see artists depict pumpkins looking like this perfect circle. That's not how pumpkins look when they are harvested from the ground. Some of them have really large bulbs on one side, or they have indentations and nooks and crannies and grooves and all different kinds of stuff. Okay. Perfect. Now we're going to weave this in, And we're gonna stick your yarn needle all the way through, coming out the top, your top magic circle. So you're gonna weave it all the way through from bottom to top, and you're gonna pull that nice and taut. You want there to be a little bit of an indentation here. And we're going to wrap that around and go directly through the same hole we just went into. And you're going to repeat that, going through the same magic circle multiple times. You're going to do that over and over and over again, pulling taut each time. And that is what makes the shaping of the pumpkin. This part does get a little bit tricky. Okay. Because you don't want to accidentally pull too tight that you rip the yarn. Ask me how I know. It can happen. So I've already got the indentation on 2 sides of it, right? Now, this one, we're not going to go directly in the middle because it's going to look weird having 4. We're going to go at a diagonal. We're going to make it split this into 3. So we're going to take this, again, going back into the same hole at the bottom. And if your yarn needle does not want to go through the same hole because you've been pulling it so tight that the hole has closed up, that's okay. It can just get it nice and approximate. We're going for the shaping of the pumpkin humps more so than anything else. So as long as it's an approximate, it doesn't have to be exactly in that same hole. Okay. Almost there. Perfect. Pulling it nice and taut. We already have one side of the pumpkin made. Look at that. See? We've got one last side to make here. Alright. Pull this nice and taut. Beautiful. And now that we have pulled it nice and taut, we have to weave in the ends of this pumpkin so it stays nice and taut. We don't want it to pull apart over time. So weave in your yarn, weave in that tail, weaving it in over and over and over again. And I like to weave it in inconspicuously, but also intentionally making some knots within itself, within the project. So if you can do the intentional knots, it's definitely not going to come apart. Look at that. There we go. So there we go. We've got the shaping of our pumpkin all figured out. So now the rest of our project is going to be making the stem. Which says we need to use a brown yarn, which I don't have any. Actually, no, I see a brown yarn. I'm so smart. I didn't even intentionally have this yarn here. I just was lazy and didn't put it away. And boom, we have some brown. Look at this. It's not brown, but I think it's a good enough shade of brown. I think this will be fine, right? That's gonna be a cute enough color. It doesn't have to be a dark brown or anything. I think this will work. This will be fine and dandy. Hey Blues, welcome in. I love 9.5's pumpkin and her Halloween and Christmas emotes. I would love to have like holiday themed emotes for all our versions of all of our emotes, but that's gonna cost way too much money. I cannot afford to pay somebody to edit all of my emotes to make them Christmas and Halloween themed. Cannot. Alright, this one says front loop only. Okay. Blues, how was your weekend? And how was your Monday? I hope everything has been a great day for you. 4, 5, and 6. The stem is very simple to make, which is nice. Oh no. 1, 2, 3. Four, 5, 6, 7. One more thing of increases. Am I good in drawing or sketching? If so, you could throw your hand at making your own emotes. I used to be good at drawing if I had something to compare it to. So if I had, like, I could replicate really well, but coming up with my own concepts, I have not been as successful doing that. I acknowledge my limitations. You were on the bus going home from school and a speeding car ran into the bus and your head got hit on the window hard. Oh my gosh. That is so scary, Blues.
Pokemon?
That is terrifying. I hope you were okay. Did you have to go to the hospital or anything or get checked out by an EMT? Ouch. Let's put this guy in here. This part's gonna be really tricky. So we have pulled the yarn so taut that it's hard to maneuver in this small of space. But we will survive. We will persevere. We'll push through. We will make it. We just need a tiny little bit of stuffing. Uh-oh. 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 Come back. Come back. I'm really glad I have headphones on and the dogs can't hear this music right now because all of this werewolf howling would be freaking Potion out. She'd be like, who's that? Who's that howling? Okay. One last stitch here. And projects like this where it's really, really tight in certain areas, I have broken many of my tapestry needles. It happens. If that happens to you, I apologize for your loss, but it's normal. Don't think you are doing a
The
bad
hunt
job or
is on
anything.
for sweets and
Hey,
treats.
Jason. Jason, look at both of the pups are on the cameras right now. There we go. So there's the stem of our pumpkin. It's super cute. Do we want to add a leaf? Okay.
Who's that Pokemon?
This seems weird. It says to do 3 slip stitches. And each... That doesn't seem right. It says do 3 slip stitches in the same... This does not seem right at all. I don't like that. This does not feel right. I don't like it. Okay. I'm going to use artistic license, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do single crochets instead of slip stitches. am just going to accept that it's going to be a little bit larger than the original. It's okay. I just didn't like the way it was feeling doing 3 slip stitches. If you would like this pattern, it is free, ! pattern. I do always provide the pattern if I can for the project that I am working on. It's insane. Sure, I love scary movies. Horror movies are my favorite genre, which is ironic because I get scared so easily. I am jump scared by my own shadow. I actually have this tiny little baby gecko living in my bathroom, and it scared the poop out of me last night. I was on the phone and I was trying to catch it and release it outside, but every time it moved, I would jump and scream, and I was unsuccessful, so it still lives in my bathroom. It's very cute. It is so adorable. I just want it to be adorable outside. I don't want it touching me. You know? It moves so heckin' fast. It's very cute. When you have a free moment sometime this week, can I send you 5 patterns that I would want to do on stream? Sure, Scooby. I guess I should say you have a favor, not a question. That's fair. Like patterns I already have, or patterns that I am wanting to do that I just haven't done. Because I have a list of ones that I need to do for my craft market and for charity and stuff like that. Apart from mosaic crochet, you don't think you've ever followed a pattern without adding your own flair, right? Pretty much. I mean, are you actually a crochet artist if you don't be like, you know what, I don't know what that means, I'm going to do it how I want to. You're scared of lizards and rats? Same though. Where I live, I have tons of like the horny tailed lizard things, like the spiky tailed lizard dudes. I'm not sure what they're called. We have a ton of those in my backyard. But this is definitely just a gecko. It's super cute. It's adorable. Absolutely a newborn. It is so small. And I'm afraid of breaking it. I'm afraid that if I accidentally grab it, and then it's gonna rip its tail off, or it's gonna rip its head off. Whatever gets the job done. Exactly, right? It's called artistic license for a reason. There we go. There's the little ivy for our pumpkin. So this completes our pumpkin. I hope you guys also follow along and make your own pumpkins. If you have made any of these pumpkins, I'd love to see pictures. Let me know in the comments below. Show me some pictures over on Discord or wherever you can get in touch with me. I would love to see your final creations. But look at that. See, I like it. I actually kind of like it better with it being like a curly Q. Instead of it being like a solid leaf. I kind of like that little curly Q better. Oh, patterns that I want. Okay. I can do my best. I don't know. I haven't thought about it, but I can try. Oh, yeah, we don't do spooters. We don't do heckin' spooters. Spooters are their own creation, and we do not deal. There we go. Here is the item that we are going to be giving away at the end of October. So it's a little preview of what we are making. I love it. I think it's super cute. Let's see. Let's go ahead and make some more. Oh, I did actually have some brown scrap yarn I could have used. Oh well. Okay, the more you know. And I did like the idea of making this one with a black stem instead of the brown stem, just because it's going to go along with the colors of this variegated yarn. I love Big Twist. Big Twist is one of my favorite brands. It is cheap, but it is also durable. $4, next question. All right, that is information. Ah, heck you, bug. There is a mosquito in my face. Get out of my way, you stinky mosquito. Go away. I think between blues and lightning, they are both gonna undercut me. I would never make a profit. I would never be able to afford more yarn if blues and lightning were the ones buying all my projects. Three, 4, 5, and 6. Help! There we go. We love your work. Thank you, Lightning. I am just teasing. Help. Oh no.
Welcome
oh no.
to the Boo Crew.
Ah, it came apart. Welcome to the Becca Boo Crew. 4, hold on. Thank you. 5. Let me eat you. 6. Yes, you heard that correctly. We eat all of our new friends. 7. All right. Welcome to Becca Boo Crew. I must eat you. We do have anonymous follows. Ow. But feel free to introduce yourself, say hello in chat, or if you want to sit back, relax, and lurk, you are welcome to do that. I hope you find yourself welcome here. And this is a safe and cozy place for you to craft with us. My yarn just rolled off my desk, and it is rolling around all over the ground. It is going to be covered in dog hair any second. All right, let's finish this pumpkin real quick. So this one is going to be the... I like that. I like that little black topper. I think that is a cute little addition. Amazing. So heckin' cute. What a good idea. I'm so smart. And humble. So smart and humble. You're inside Scooby's walls? Oh dear. Scooby, you have an infestation known as blues. You think you have squirrels in your walls or in your attic, but no, it's actually blues. I'm super excited for October though. Starting off this coming weekend, I'm going to a music festival, so I'm going to be gone all weekend for that. I'm going to be hot and sweaty, and it's going to be glorious. And then the next weekend, I have my first craft market of the season on the 12th, which is why I'm making some of these pumpkins. I figured it's just something cute to have as an extra Halloween themed thing that maybe people will be picking up some last minute Halloween decorations for their house. And then the weekend after that, I have my games with my girl group that I play with. Then the following weekend is the weekend before Halloween, is my annual Halloween party that I throw every single year. It's going to be a blast. And then we'll be in November. It's going to go by so fast. Because then we'll be in November. And then we're gonna hit Thanksgiving break and Thanksgiving. And then I have I've got my craft fair, my big craft fair, right before that on the 23rd of November. And then Thanksgiving break. And then finish off the year with December, and then it's going to be winter break, and we're going to have Christmas and New Year's. Ugh, it's going to be 2025 before we know it. And there's so many things, other things thrown in there too. You're going to take all of his Scooby snacks? Oh no. Ooh, I love those emotes. Lightning. Oh my gosh, I love that. Love, love, love. Okay, so here is... You know, I don't know if I like it having a green stem with this color combination, you know? I don't know if I like it having a green stem. Do you guys like it with a green stem like that? What do you guys think? Do you like it with the green stem? Or should I try maybe getting like a gray and doing like a gray stem? Thank you for the hydration and the stretch, PK. Streamer self-care. What do you mean, Blues? Do you mean how are my students doing? Should I do a gray? Okay. Chat is unanimously saying gray. Do a gray coloring. Okay, I'll save this one for another pumpkin. Alright. Let's do a gray. Let's try it with gray then. Alright, Blues, make sure you're keeping it family friendly though, please, friend. We don't want to talk about that kind of stuff. We want to keep it a positive vibe here. Because, yeah, there are a lot of people out there that are like that, and we don't want them in anywhere near or around our community. We want to have it all about positivity and cozy vibes and inclusivity, right? We don't want any of those icky people around us. Icky! I could easily, like, become super famous. All I have to do is repeat the comments that you just said. and I would skyrocket in the YouTube. Like, it would get clipped. It would be put into a short. I would go viral just by saying that YouTuber's name. Which I'm not going to. Because it is such a polarizing, weirdly enough, it's a very polarizing situation. It shouldn't be. But it is. So weird. Ew, no, sir. Why on earth do you have spooters all over my chat right now?
Pokemon?
That is some nasty. That is some nasty emote. What are you doing? Get that spooter out of here. Get that spooter out of here. Your favorite polarizing things are the North and the South Pole. We love that. I thought you were gonna say your polarizing things are magnets. Alright, let's see if we like this gray. This is not... I don't like this gray yarn, which is why it's in my scrap bin. It does its job for just having some detail work, but I hate having to use it for actual projects. So glad I don't have this yarn anymore. It's just this last little bit of scrap. I think this really, really silly, cheap yarn came in one of those pre-packaged crochet kits, I think is where this yarn came from. Okay, what do you guys think about that? I think that is much better. Having the gray as the stem, I think is much better. also like Polar Beverages, but I'm not sure how well known that brand is outside of New England. We have Polar, like the Polar Ice. I think that is at Circle K. Our gas station has like Polar Ice or something. Oh, I saw that, Blues. I saw that they are, or I saw the director of the Minecraft movie was justifying their reasoning behind making it a live action, saying that they wanted to do something different, that the rest of the community is looking for something different, and they don't want the same thing over and over again, and it's just like, that's not what we said as a gaming community. We did not say that. Do not put those words in our mouth. The gray stem fits perfectly. Thank you. I agree. I think it's gonna look great. Get it? It's gonna look great. I am so clever. This is why you guys stick around. This is why y'all stick around. For my terrible puns and dad jokes. I'm sorry for anybody stuck in ads. But hey, you know what? They didn't have to listen to my terrible dad joke, you know? It's kind of a perk of not subscribing is you can just walk away. I mean, you can do that even as a subscriber. You can just mute the tab and then walk away and then come back. If I have done something that's facepalm inducing and you're like, nah, that's too much. That was way too silly. Get out of here, you silly goose. We're trapped here and can't get out. Call for help. Hey, Potion. Hi, baby girl. My sweet Potion. Alright, there's our stem. Oh no, wrong. Hi, beautiful. Okay. And then we add the gray version of the grassy vine thing. It's not a leaf. Ivy? Vine? I don't know. I don't pick pumpkins or anything like that, so I'm not really sure the terminology used for pumpkin anatomy. I'm sure there are some wonderful gardeners in chat that will correct me and tell me that is called this. There, somebody very engaged in horticulture will tell me what this is. You're here for the puppers? Oh, me too. Yeah. I'm here for the puppies. What do you mean? I get to have the puppies every single day. You guys only get to have the puppies when I'm streaming. Hi, beautiful. Huh? What's up, bud? Hi. Thank you. Hi, my love. She is such a good girl. We went on a 1.5-mile walk this morning before work, or whatever, and she did such a good job. I've been working with her to not be so loud and reactive and aggressive to people and dogs. There, look at that one. That one's so cute. Oh my gosh. So stinking cute. So here's 2 of our pumpkins. They're different sizes just because of the different tension I had, the different yarn itself. But okay, now let's grab this one. I want to also make this black purple witch kind of coloring. This one's called, the color is called Authentic. I don't know why it's called Authentic. Did I make that blanket on the bed? I did not make the blanket, but a lady from my church did as a gift. I provided her the t-shirts and the fabric, and she quilted it for me because I have no quilting experience. But she made it as a gift after I graduated college when I came back. Both of them look great. Thank you. I think they're both super adorable. You love the black purple yarn, right? I think it's gonna look super cool. We'll find out though. We're gonna do it right now. How long we have? We got 6 minutes in this Dream Readers battle. We have enough time to make this pumpkin. I think this will be what we do. As soon as we finish this pumpkin, we'll call it quits for stream tonight. Because they usually take about an hour to make. We semi-timed that earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this yarn is so comfortable to hold in your hands. Like, it feels really good. This is a Big Twist Living yarn. It's a little bit different than their value yarn. It feels higher quality than the value yarn, which is, it's more expensive, but they had it on a super sale. They had like their big yarn extravaganza, and I picked up a ton of yarn. Hey, Shadow! 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I am still alive. You are in luck. You can get that giveaway entry, and heck yeah.
You like jazz?
Hey, Austin! Welcome in. You guys, Austin was in the path of Hurricane Helen. And thankfully, he is A-okay. He made it through. If there was anybody else in the path of the hurricane that is in chat, I hope everything is okay for you and your family and your loved ones. I know it was destructive, especially in North Carolina. The toll it took in North Carolina, oh my gosh. I've been seeing some of the news that's been coming out of this storm. Holy moly. And I've been, my best friend's sister, she works at a school in Georgia, and their school has been closed down since Thursday in preparation for the storm. And there has been so much damage, and the power is still out, and the roads are still flooded in some places, that they are keeping schools closed until Wednesday. Imagine. That's crazy. Yeah, I know, right, Austin? It slammed some of these other states. So sad to see the power of Mother Nature. What Mother Nature can do. It's scary. But again, like we were talking about earlier, life is precious. We need to not take it for granted. Take those shots when you have them. Tell people that you love them. Tell people when they are hurting your feelings. Be open and honest with your communication. Don't have any regrets, because you never know. Tomorrow is never promised. I have lost 2 loved ones in the last 3 years that were way too young, both under 50. Gone way too soon, just from life. One was a freak accident, and one died from a broken heart. And it's just, life is just gone. You know? It really is. It is sad. I don't mean to make this a bummer. This is not meant to be a bummer stream, so let's change the topic. Let's lighten the mood a little bit. Look at how adorable that Psyduck is on the screen. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, we're finally getting to have some purple make its way. I see it coming. Okay. Got one more row of repetitions. Or increases, I mean, sorry. Woo! I love the variegated colors. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did everything turn out okay for your college and for your family and everything, Austin? I know I checked in with you, Chicky, and Leisha, and everybody's okay. I hope your family and your workplace is also okay. You're gonna go eat now. Bye, Blues. Enjoy your dinner. Hopefully your head feels better and you get rid of being sick. Hydrate, take some medicine, rest, and see if we can finish this in the next 30 minutes. I don't know if we can. Probably not. It's probably going to take us a little bit longer than 30 minutes to get this done, but you never know. Sometimes I have been told I crochet incredibly fast, and people are like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You're a crazy girl. Mother Bear, congrats on your catch of that scyther. I've also been using this same Halloween colored yarn. I made 2 cup cozies, and I am working on a headband. Just trying to think of some other things that I could use this yarn for that are potentially good sellers at a craft market. So if anybody has suggestions, I am open to suggestions. And as I mentioned before, I will be starting our next St. Jude charity campaign. Tomorrow is when the event goes live. So obviously Wednesday is our first stream that we will do raising money for St. Jude for the kids as part of Team Quirky Cluckers. What am I making right now? I am making some pumpkins. Good question. Exclamation point pattern. Oh, I just realized I don't have this scrolled down. There. There we go. And a final reminder, if anybody is feeling super generous, today is the last day for the September gift subs, where Twitch is going to donate some extra gift subs on top of the subs that are gifted out to chat. And if you are just wanting to pick up a sub just for yourself, it's the last day to do a discounted rate as well. Save up to 25%. Hey Brian, welcome in. You crazy girl. Sushi got auto-modded for calling me crazy. Making a purple pumpkin. Yeah, so this one's gonna be a cool pumpkin. It's gonna be like purple, yellow, black, gray. It's gonna be a really cool witchy kind of coloring. I'm hoping the variegated yarn will kind of separate a little bit and look as cool as the orange one did. We'll see, we hope. We hope it's gonna look good. If it doesn't look good, then whoops. Bad time for a light to burn out? Oh no, what happens? You got checked at the door. Your street cred is good here. You have a good track record of being a genuine dude, Sushi. I trust that when you call me crazy girl, you are not being insulting. You threw a perfect touchdown, a perfect pass to your cousin with the football. He's your first touchdown. Keep in mind, this is the Becca crafted one. We love to see it. We love that. Oh, in the bathroom with your phone in the other room? Oh no. Yikes. That is a bad time for the lights to go out. Hopefully you didn't stub your toe. Alright, Okay, we are sort of getting some variegation going on here. I would like it to be a little bit more variegated. I'd like to have some yellow and some gray thrown in here, but we'll see. We've still got some time. It's looking kind of like an eyeball right now, to be honest. Like, look at this. This looks kind of like a spooky monster's eyeball. Doesn't it? You've got good night vision. Replacing a light bulb in the bathroom fan fixture in the dark is super fun. Oh. Do it during the day where you can have some natural light illuminating the room so you don't have to worry about not seeing what you're doing. Or use your phone as a flashlight. You goober. I know your phone's in the other room, but go grab it. I do not have good night vision. I have memorized the layout of my house enough, though, that when I have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, it does not bother me. I can just walk my way to the bathroom without having to turn any lights on, and then I can walk my way back to the bed without crashing into anything. You've done that before? It was so hard since you need 2 hands to put it in and you need a hand to angle the light. You don't have 3 hands. Oh. I usually use a flashlight that I can hold in my mouth, or like a head-mounted flashlight, or on the ladder, I just put the phone. I'll put the phone like this and have the flashlight pointing forward. Pointing upwards. I'm also short and require a ladder to do anything that tall people could normally do. So some people can just reach up and change a light bulb without having to rely on a ladder. I am not one of those people. I require a ladder or one of those like 3-step stool things, or I have to climb onto the countertop to make my way. Options are flashlight and mouth, because that's what you have, or do it in the dark. 7-foot ceilings are, so you're good. Yeah, see? 7-foot ceilings, even if I'm jumping, I still can't reach that. Oh, I love the way that this yarn feels. You know what I should have been using this entire time? My brand new yarn guide that I bought. I found this. There we go. That's gonna save my finger from some of this yarn burn. Found this at Hobby Lobby. I know Hobby Lobby is one of those controversial stores, but they do have good stuff there. And this was one of those good things that I splurged on, and I treated myself to this $1.50 piece of plastic. Right? I love Hobby Lobby. What I discovered when I went to Hobby Lobby, though, the other day, was they do not have a Halloween section. Now, I do understand that Halloween is a pagan holiday, and Hobby Lobby is a Christian store, but it's Halloween. Come on. The entire store is full of, they've got fall, so they've got some pumpkins and some scarecrows and leaves and, like, Thanksgiving kind of stuff, or Christmas. Those are the 2 options. I'm 5'3". Thank you very much. Chicky is 5'2". Actually, I think she's 5'1". I don't know. What, really? I know! They do not have any Halloween. There was not a single Halloween decoration in that store. So I went out shopping this weekend for some extra Halloween decorations, and that was one of the stores that I went to. Nothing. You're 5'3" too? Let's go. Short people unite. Short people rise up. Since we can't get taller. It is weird, but I mean, it also kind of makes sense. A lot of the really intense Christians believe that Halloween is like full of Satan and demonic stuff, and it's not a very good Christian holiday, so it is what it is. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're on row 15 of 16. I, as a Christian, don't care. I love Halloween. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. I also enjoy Dungeons and Dragons and don't feel like that is part of the occult or anything like that. I love scary movies. I love witches and ghosts and goblins and aliens and zombies and devils and all different kinds of stuff. Yeah, I have no idea. No idea. Easter, Christmas, and Ash Wednesday, right? Oh yeah, if you ever need anything Easter or Christmas, even Valentine's Day, I think they have a huge Valentine's Day section. I mean, not huge, but larger than you would think. Alright, so here's the 16th row of our repetition here. Halloween is so fun for your kids. Dress them up and they can't say no. It's true. I mean, it's bribery. You get to dress up and get free candy. I'll do it any day. Absolutely. You don't even have to bribe me. I'll just do it for fun. Which is actually what I do for my large music therapy group that I see on Mondays this year. I used to see them on Fridays. But last year, every single week, I wore a different Halloween costume or a different onesie to school. So I think I'm going to do the same thing this year. I think I'm going to try to wear a different costume every week in October. So we have the 7th, the 21st, and the 28th, because the 14th is Columbus Day, so we have no school that day. Or at least the students have no school. Teachers, we do. All right, let's double check. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Got it. So now let's do our decreases here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm thinking of doing a yellow stem for this one. I still think this green is not going to look very good. So I'm going to stick with the yellow. Go away, bug. 4, 5. There's a gnat or a fruit fly or something bothering me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can tell you D&D has nothing to do with the occult. I won't go into detail, but yeah, right, exactly. But like on Stranger Things, for instance, that was one of the big things that all the parents always thought that they were summoning the afterlife and messing with the unknown. They were sinning.
Who's that Pokemon?
I don't know. Who is it? There's a Pokemon in chat. Who is it? We have a Celigor. Speaking of spooky, guys. Speaking of spooky. Three, 4, 5. We're finally getting a little bit of gray. Right as we're doing the decreases here. 4, 5. Y'all already have that, dude? Five. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This yarn feels so good to work with. Doesn't feel as great as the velvet yarn. That's still my favorite, the velvet chenille. That yarn is still definitely top tier. But this yarn feels so good to hold in my hands. It's not scratchy. It's not feeling like it's ripping my hand apart. It's just a very nice and comfortable feeling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget to go over onto YouTube and check out some of our more recent videos. I did a surprise video posting yesterday because it was supposed to have been released on Thursday, but my computer crashed and I didn't know, and it did not complete the upload. So that was an oopsies. But I would really appreciate if we could get some extra viewer hours on our most recent videos, some new subscribers to our YouTube channel. We are on that forever grind to get monetized over on YouTube and hit that YouTube partner. What do I do when the yarn is pulling apart? For the, like when the hook breaks the yarn apart, or do you mean like with the chenille velvet yarn? Because if you're working with some of the chenille velvet yarn, it does peel apart. You have to really loosen up your tension. You have to be very careful, very cautious, slow down. And sometimes there's not much you can do. If it's already pulling apart, sometimes what I end up doing is I'll just pull the yarn a little bit farther, and I'll give an example. So say this part right here was where it was peeling apart, then I would just pull this down a little bit, and I would continue my stitch into a section of the yarn that was not already messed up, and just leave this extra little bit inside your project. That can work for amigurumi. It can't really work if you're doing clothing or stuff that's one-sided, but it definitely can. Wait a second. Whoops. I feel like I miscounted, but no, I think I'm okay. All right. But yeah, you can do it like that. Oh, so it wouldn't work for granny square. Not necessarily, but what you can do is you can cut the yarn before you finish off a stitch and just pick up where you left off on the next little bit of yarn. Oops. So you could start another stitch, but before you finish pulling through. So like say we're gonna do it like this. Hold on. So before you finish off a stitch, you can say, oh, I'm just gonna cut my yarn here. And then you could pick up your next yarn and do something very similar where you finish off the stitch with that next strand of yarn. You just have to weave in the ends and weave it in a little bit more. It's more time consuming at the end, but it can save your project that way. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so now we're gonna add some of the fiber fill here. Also take off my little guide. This is not enough fiber fill. Grab another handful from my bag. You have one that is falling apart and is making you mad. It does help. You're welcome. You're welcome. My aunt has actually asked if I would do maybe, or she recommended that maybe I start doing some videos where I offer just some words of advice or tips or suggestions for crochet artists or whatnot, and answer some of those top questions like you just asked, or what do you do if your yarn is breaking apart and peeling apart? How do you save your project? And making just some short little videos. And I definitely think it's a great idea. I don't know what I want to say market. That's not the audience, I guess. I don't know how big the audience for videos like that would be. And I also don't know like what kind of tips and suggestions and advice would people have. So it may be something where like maybe I ask you guys in chat, what are some pressing questions you have as a crocheter? What are some things that you wish you knew as a beginner that you know now, but what are some things that you wish you knew when you first got started? Or what are some tips and advice you would have for a newer crochet artist? So I mean, that might help guide how I do some of those videos and make some of that content. So I'm thinking that might be a good way. I need to make some more short-term content, because my long form content happens all the time. It's with my live streams, my edited VODs, all that kind of stuff. That is all long form content. I need to make more short form content, which are clips. So if you guys ever find a moment in chat where it's really funny or awe-inspiring or something that can troll me later, you are welcome to take clips of our videos. You would watch it, you would love all the help you could get. Good to know. I will definitely start thinking of what kind of videos could I make. Okay. Alright, that seems sufficiently stuffed at this point. We're going to add more stuffing as we finish off the next round anyway. We have 8 minutes left, so yes, this will be our last Stream Raiders battle, because it's not going to take us 8 minutes to finish this. One. Oh no. What am I doing? Heck. I've already done 12. Now it's just only decreases. Silly me. One. 2, 3. 4. Let's add some more of that fiber fill before we get too closed off. And we will spend the last couple of minutes adding the names for our giveaway recipients, or entrants, I should say. 5 and 6. Perfect. Okay. So there's that. We need to make sure it's extra long. Beautiful. And then I will run that giveaway at the end of stream. I don't need to worry about doing that off camera because we'll have the time to do it. Okay. There we go. So I got this kind of interesting. It's not my favorite variegation. I've seen better. But it's all right. It's different. It's okay. Like I said, it's not my favorite, but it'll do. So we gotta pull this out the center though. There we go. Make it nice and taut. Wrap it around. And keep repeating. Going through the center, the magic ring that we did earlier. Each time. Pull that one nice and taut. Go on the other side. It's going to get more and more challenging each time because it's going to get tighter and tighter and harder to work in. The space is going to get harder to manage. You got to be careful. You don't want to pull it too tight and accidentally rip your yarn. I have had that happen before on stream, actually. We were working on a Bulbasaur, and it's the same type thing where you have to make a bulb on the back, and it's the yarn itself broke, and I didn't realize how strong I was. You found a new person who is as fast as me? Heck yeah, who's that? I wanna see them. Who else crochets as fast as I do? Make sure these are nice and semi-even. You're never gonna get it perfectly even, and that's okay. Nope. Go in. Oh, this one. Right there. There we go. Austin wants to enter to win that emotional support pickle. Austin's like, I need all the emotional support I can receive, especially from our pickle. Our pickle pal. Put her name in chat. Sure, go for it. Go for it. Alright, there's that part of the pumpkin. Now we're going to take this over here, and we're going to weave through. Oh no, not like that, not like that, not like that, not like that. Back, 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 back. Crochet by Sarah. Ooh. Interesting. Thank you for sharing a new friend. Is Jason back by chance? Jason, if you are back from your lurk because you were doing dad duties, please let me know. If you are not here, that's totally fine. I just have a Jason question. Okay. There we go. So here's the top of the pumpkin. So now we're gonna make a topper, which I think purple would be a really good top color here. We're just gonna struggle finding the right shade of purple that's gonna semi-match this. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want it to be close-ish. This works. This will be fine. It looks so good. Thank you. All right, we're gonna make the stem out of this purple color, and then we're gonna make
Who's that Pokemon?
the vine. We're gonna make that out of like this yellowy color. There's a Sizzlipede in chat. Thank you for the biddy. Austin with the 2 biddies. Thank you very much for those biddies. Three, 4, 5, and 6. 2, 3. 4, 5. Pop it inside out. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Increase. 6, 7, 8. Fast enough. All right. This one's done. Perfect timing. Congrats on your catch, Mother Bear. You are on fire. Oh yeah, that's gonna look really good. Look at that topper. That's gonna look so good. I don't even like the color orange that much, but I have an entire bucket, like an entire part of my 3-drawer plastic storage thing that is nothing but orange yarn. And I'm like, I don't even like orange yarn, but I have so many shades of orange. Alright. You guys are still hanging out. We are gonna run this giveaway momentarily. I just want to weave these things in here. Here we go. Oh, your daughter's stealing the brighter colors for her finger knitting. Nice. Nice that she's doing some finger knitting, not nice that she's stealing the yarn. Hey, that makes it easy for Christmas gifts, though, so to get her own yarn collection. Hey, Queen Chick, welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay.
You have my attention.
Yes, we are running this giveaway in just a little bit, so you have just enough time to enter to win if you want to win. Want this emotional support pickle. You want to win that pickle. She knows not to steal the yarn you need for your current project. That's good, at least. Alright, so we are finishing up this little pumpkin here. All we have left is this stem. And then I'm going to input all of the names from our giveaway list. You're cute. Don't you be coming in here and saying such nice things about my projects, Lightning, and think you can get away with it. Nah, you come in here and give me a compliment, I'm gonna compliment you right back. Aren't we all old? Pretty sure we are all old. Except for those that are young. The ones that are young are not old, but the ones that are old. You know? Makes sense. See? Shadow's even showing us just how old our chat is. He's pulling a Chicky. Chicky has typos all the time. I love her to pieces, but there are some times that I'm just like, I don't even know what you're trying to say, beautiful girl. I need you to try that again. Exclamation point pattern if you want to grab this pattern. I will be putting it in the description of our YouTube video. I'm gonna cut this video and trim it down. Oh, thank you for guiding the raid over to Sleeping Luna Designs. We will absolutely do that. Thank you for that suggestion. Brian was holding out on his channel point redeems. And he said, I'm gonna guide the raid over to this beautiful being. We can absolutely do that. Thank you for guiding the raid tonight. That makes my life so much easier. I don't even have to think about it. We're gonna share our Becca Boo Crew love over to Liz. Thank you for the hydration, whoever is hydrating me. Pocket Ratty said, I gotcha. Phone keyboard is so small. Sure. Blame the keyboard. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I like this kind of off muted sage. It's not quite the same color, but it almost fits with the color on the inside. So I like it. I like this as a good option for using up some scrap yarn. I'm all about recycling, so anytime and any chance that I get to use up yarn that is just sitting around and is not gonna be enough for another project, I don't want it to go to waste. I don't like throwing away yarn if I can help it. Because you never know. I have had some projects that have requested a very specific set of colors for detail work, and I'm like, why would I want to get a brand new skein of yarn for that little bit of detail work? And I've been able to find just enough scrap in my bin to save me money. It's so good, and it saves our environment. You know? Help out the environment by reducing some of that waste. All right. I am very happy with the amount of work that we got done today on stream. I am pleased with these pumpkins. I think they have come out so stinking cute. The solid orange one is up for grabs. It will be our giveaway item for October. So if you are wanting to win our solid orange pumpkin that we made tonight, make sure you tune in every stream in October. You can enter once per stream. Oh, hey. You're gonna bid 2 cents? Well, too bad. Blues has already bid $4. So the going bid is at least $4 on. But there you go. There are the pumpkins that we have made today on stream. I'm very, very pleased. I love them. Super adorable. And we have an extra stem, so I guess I'm gonna have to make another pumpkin anyway in the future.